Welcome to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. Hosted by David Thomas, Bill Anderson, Kenny Parker, and Jason Boyette. Brought to you by First Bank and Kincaid Service Company. Let's get ready to talk some sports. Here are your hosts, David, Bill, Kenny, and Jason.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Bedford County Sports Talk Live. I'm David Thomas, Mr. Bill Anderson, Kenny Parker, no Jason Boyette.
He's in Knoxville.
What's happening up there?
They're playing UAB today. He took Miss Olivia, his daughter.
He took his daughter.
So a father-daughter outing.
Yeah,
That's great, isn't it?
Well, congratulations, Mr.
Hope they have
Boyette.
a great trip. I hope she has a great trip.
I do too.
We will miss you here, Jason, but that's trumps this.
Absolutely.
Priority.
I agree.
Guys, we've got some scores to go over this morning, but before we do, we need to hear from our sponsors, and that would be First Bank, and Kincaid
Service
Company,
where service is their middle name, and what is
Mattresses.
it? Mattresses, and we'll let everybody sleep on that. We'll hear
That's
from them.
right.
We'll be right back.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid is everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
They keep it together.
All right, we're back on here to talk about some local high school football. Let's get started with community. I know last night you drove down to Unionville.
I went to Unionville last night, and same struggles. Youth is really showing. Richland's got a good football team. They were physical. They threw the ball. Community didn't tackle well. Didn't move the ball well. But I went down and watched them practice on Tuesday. Just struggling pains. You can really see when you get out there on the field the youth, and I could really see the youth on Tuesday playing very good on Monday nights, JV games. But and I made a comment, basically Monday nights are their varsity games because they're just young. I thought they kept working, they kept playing hard, just didn't tackle very well at all last night. It's 42-0 at halftime, and then Richland put their seconds in, and started the second half with their seconds. And community more than held their own when they're playing against the same level that they're playing. And
could I say this and ask you your opinion on this? And your opinion, Bill, do you feel like the community change? Okay, and this being their first year with Coach Tidwell, it's basically like a whole new startup and a new program, basically from scratch.
The people in the stands as a community were very supportive.
Yeah,
they're seeing progress, even though the scoreboard is not showing progress. The people that I talked to and the ones that came to me had a lot of them come to me talk about seeing us on the air and talk about that. But the community itself is seeing progress and they know it's gonna take some time.
Yeah,
it's gonna take some time, and they're pretty patient. They play Monday night against Middle Tennessee Christian in a JV game. I may try to get down to see some of that, but
that's where your development's really.
That's where they got to build their program. It's got to start right there.
Bill, would you
Well-
say this is similar to the Battle Creek startup? It's a whole new school with a new program. Do you think it's similar to that?
It is similar, but I'll go back to what Kenny said. Those folks at community love community high school.
They do.
There is a base there.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
The fan base, there's parents. He's got the booster club going. We've never had going. There's a lot of really good things going on here.
Yeah.
The problem is it's just going to take some time.
And I'll tell you another thing that's going to help community this week is middle school season's over, so they're gonna pick up their middle school coach, Jared Wade, who was the head middle school coach. He's going to help them. And,
yeah, that'll help.
and that'll help give them some more individual work and some more.
Yeah.
Because that's where they got to go.
Let me say this too.
It's blocking. Where they're really hurting right now is blocking and tackling.
Yeah.
And that's the number one part of the game.
It hurts Cascade, hurts community, hurts Forest, to be honest with you. You're the smallest 3A schools in the state. And again, they probably ought to be 2A, not 3A,
Right.
let's be honest.
Yeah.
But TSSAA decided we're
Yeah.
not going to do it by enrollment. We're going to go 50 schools, 50 schools, 50 schools.
Right.
Right.
And that wasn't, and that's
Just
hurt
chop
programs
it
like
off.
this.
It's
Yeah.
more about the playoff structure.
Yeah.
And having six versus 5 than it
And the
is-
reason for having 6 originally was so I don't have Collierville with 3,000 kids playing Tullahoma with 1,200 kids. And that's,
Yeah.
we've gotten away from that.
you go back to when we were in high school, it was like 3 classifications.
Right.
Then it expanded quick, and you got 6
And
state
it ain't ever
champions
going
now.
back because
No,
of that.
absolutely. It's all about
Well,
the money.
and we said this before. Coach Tidwell and I were talking out in the parking lot the other night. You conceivably, the way it's set up now, have a home game in the playoffs and you lose money because
Yeah.
of the way it's set up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You go in the hole.
Yep.
You're better off to go
Yeah.
on the road and not have to really.
Because they got to get their cut too.
Yes,
Now
they're gonna
they're
get their
take
cut.
half of it.
Mhm.
and if you're playing
Right,
a team that's
so-
1-9, how well are they going to travel?
Boy, we could go down that rabbit hole
I
real
know.
fast, couldn't we? But let's stay on these
Yeah,
kids.
let's stay on the
Let me
kids.
ask you this, you two guys. Do you think though this progress there's progress in the program, not necessarily like you say on the scoreboard, but there's progress being made on the program,
Sure.
and that's the starting point. I mean, if you can go out and throw a win up on the board, you can still have your program not going in the right direction. So
And I made a comment. Community's at the point where you don't look at the final score at the end of the game. To me, we go in next week. I think they go to Watertown. My key is offensively, we want to try to get 3 or 4 first downs.
That's right. No more.
And
no 3 and outs.
defensively, we want to try to stop them at first drive.
right,
If
Yeah.
we can get 3 or 4 first downs offensively and defensively, stop them on their first drive without scoring and possibly win in the first quarter.
yeah,
If we can win, because the kids need to see some positive.
right.
Yep.
They
yeah.
need, and that's going to be the thing for them is when they finally say, "Oh, yes," because what's happening now is the other team's scoring
immediately,
immediately
Yeah.
right quick, and then
Here we go again.
What
Here we
that
go
does,
again.
it shows them the structure of a football game too,
Mhm.
of how you can win the first quarter, and you're
Mhm.
setting the pattern in the right direction.
Mhm.
Makes a lot of sense to do it that way. So
Mhm.
get out of that first quarter with you having some say in what the game's outcome of the game.
Yes.
Well, I thought the 3 young men that we've had on, or the 4, it's the third, two.
That
two,
was-
yeah,
that's
that's
very
right.
good.
They are going to be a key part. I think both of them have been seniors.
Mhm.
Okay. And the Jacobs kid and the last kid we had on, he talked more than any, and he made a lot of sense what he was saying, and it's going to go back to just like when Coach Dryden came, he had some seniors on that team that were an impact for it to set the next year up. These
Sure.
kids are setting the program up, even though that they're getting beat. They see the change and they've bought in, and the underclassmen see them buying in. So it takes the lead. It changes the whole thing.
Now, underclassmen read off
Yeah.
these seniors.
Yeah.
And the way your seniors, I thank the Lord all the time for when David and I went to Cascade, and that first group of seniors we had
Yeah.
really set the tone.
A special group, isn't it?
They were special, and they set the tone for our success at
Yeah.
Cascade. That very first group, with their work ethic and their discipline and how hard they played the game, and that's what your older people. your older kids are going to dictate the next couple of years.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's move on to Cascade. Tough night for Cascade last night.
Well, I tell you what, anytime you get up on top of the mountain and you go down into that valley over there, you get different officiating and all, and it's totally different. I didn't pick up into the game. I started listening to the game at halftime. It was 32-0.
Yep, that's the way it stayed.
And then I heard a comment after halftime. Well, that's Squatchy's first penalty. Cascade was flagged, like I believe, 11 or 12 times in the first half. The Squatchy's none. And little Zimmerman got banged up a little bit in the first half, I found out, because I didn't hear his name at all in the second half. And I was wondering what happened, but he tweaked an ankle. Squatchy's still pretty good. I think they're in the top 5 in 3A. Their 2 losses were to Marion and South Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's 2 tough games there.
And both of those within 2 touchdowns. But got to build on. I think they're banged up a little bit right now. So next week they got a bye week next week, and it's coming at a good time for them. So it was a rough trip last night. I heard on the radio, I think they said Marion had like 70 something kids out. Now, of course, I'm not a big one in numbers. I'm just not very big. You know, I don't care how many kids out, it's how many you can coach. And if you got enough coach to coach 70 kids, then you got something going on.
Yeah.
It's how many you can coach.
Yeah. All right. So Cascade now 3-2. That's
they're 3-2. That was their first district. That was their first region game.
loss.
So they're 0-1 in the region.
All right, Bill, I know you got some scores for us. I'm trying to put off talking about the Central game.
You'll put it off?
No, let's go and do it. Let's get it over with.
Brentwood 24, Shelbyville 6.
That game, honestly, that score, just forget about the score. Let's just talk about what happened. We last week, we beat a tough Independence team here at home with our opening of our new stadium.
Good.
We played good. The team on the field that finished the game is a team that played at Brentwood last night. They were minus their starting running back, Robert Bailey, and, of course, starting quarterback, Stephen Bobo, which
they didn't have them. They didn't have him in the fourth quarter when they won the game last
exactly,
night.
Exactly. All right, so I think just looking at the two teams in comparison, I think Independence is better than Brentwood. We go over to Brentwood, and I'll be honest with you guys, when I go to my week, during the week, I start thinking Monday about the football game on Friday night because I love high school football. That's the highlight of my week during football season is I get to go watch the kids play.
Mm-hmm.
We got a bunch of good young men. Well, this game, have you ever played golf and hit a ball in the woods, Kenny?
I spend more time in the woods chasing squirrels.
All right, what do you usually do when that happens? You tee it up and do it again, call it a mulligan.
Mm-hmm.
We got to take a mulligan because that game last night, I had more energy as a 63-year-old man needing a nap than the entire stadium did. I walked into that place and it felt from the get-go something was off. They were out there warming up. Our team wasn't on the field warming up because we had to take a hike to get ready. It's awful.
When I coached with Coach Thaxton and we had Brentwood was in, I told somebody it's a mile and a half.
Yeah.
And if it's like what we did, we pretty much dressed in the cafeteria.
It's probably the same.
It was. We didn't go in at halftime. It's a hump.
But this is what it felt like to me. It felt like we had kids on the field that they needed their two leaders, Robert Bailey and Stephen Bobo, were not on the field, and we had Zon Rucker, a freshman, starting at quarterback, which I thought did a good job. But I think we were mentally off of the game because let's just hurry up and get through this game because we'll get Robert and Stephen back.
Well, I will tell you, last week when those two guys went down,
yes,
I was thinking, what are they going to do? And to hear what you're saying, that
it wasn't the same team.
Those guys got after it. Like it's like last week, they said, "Boom, we're going to get better because of this."
Exactly.
Well, when you lose Stephen, you lose your quarterback on offense and defense.
That's right.
That's because you don't have him at safety now. So when you move Rucker, and this kid is a ninth grader, Rucker, if he stays here and everything goes, he's going to be a star.
Oh, yeah.
Rucker's going to be a star.
He's already a lockdown corner.
He's a lot. Well, when we put him to quarterback, he can't play corner.
Why? Why not?
I think they decided it's too much.
All right, yeah, I get that.
He's a ninth grader.
Probably a good move.
So now we're down to safety. Now you're down a corner.
And you didn't have regular Edwards on defense because he was trying to help on offense.
Well, he was the only one that could
we
even
were
remotely taken Stevens' place.
We were at third string at safety.
Yes,
all right,
right.
That's your third string quarterback on defense, right. And it seemed like everybody was trying to overcompensate for that shift to the point they weren't doing their own job.
Then when you moved Torian to running back to replace Bailey, they took him off defense because I guess you don't want to get him hurt.
He came back in and played defense.
He did play some.
Had to.
He didn't have any choice.
No, we only had 30 players there. Okay,
the best offensive lineman's playing defensive line strictly.
That's a question, and I'm gonna ask you guys: why would we only take 30 players over there?
That's a great question. I mean,
because we got 88, 89 on the roster. I know a lot of those are freshmen.
I can't answer that.
Maybe it's logistical. Maybe it's just logistical. Maybe Coach Drodden can talk about that on the show because
home games we're dressing about 60 or so, aren't we?
I don't know. More than that, I guess. I don't know. It's
more what we're carrying on the road.
Right. There's a reason.
There's a reason for it. So maybe it's just the handling of the kids. We don't have enough people. Our staff is short. I mean, we've got a lot of volunteer staff.
Early in the football game.
And
that's a big part of it.
Another thing that's when you're a fan or you're an opposition coach and you look there and go, man, you got 14 coaches. I know when I was at Cascade, if somebody come out, I gave them a shirt and we went out there and we looked like we had 14 coaches. We only actually had about 5 or 6. But we looked apart. That might be what's happening here. I don't know.
And this is the way I felt. I was there. I saw the body language. I saw in the kids' eyes. All week I've been thinking we can win. We can win this game. But I didn't see that mindset.
You didn't see it last night.
I didn't see that mindset in the kids. It's like we can't win this game. And that's a mindset.
People and players don't realize how much the mental aspect goes into football.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
The mental, you can lose a game before you even get on the field because of the mental state, your mental state. I remember my first year at Cascade, we got ready to go to our first road game, which was the first game of the season, and the bus didn't get out of the parking lot, and I stopped it and I chewed them. I said, we ain't going on a picnic. We're going to play ball.
Right.
You better get your minds right to play, because if you're not, you're going to stay here. I'll go without you.
You know,
and that the mental part of the game is you got to have it.
Well, it wasn't there last night, and I kept looking for it to happen. I didn't see it anywhere. I mean, even the crowd was down. Their crowd was down. I mean, they scored a touchdown. It wasn't like a big deal. It's like the whole place had a curse on it or something. I don't know what it was, but that was just not a positive.
I thought early in the game the fumble hurt, though, and from the standpoint that we're kind of moving the ball a little bit here. It's tight, and then it's a high snap, which we've seen that a lot this year if you think about it. And Stevens able to compensate for it. Well, this ninth grader, that was the reason for the fumble, was the snap.
Yeah, well, he did a good job.
And he did a good job, even on this play, getting the snap. It just got the timing off. The ball goes up in the air.
When your timing's off, it screws the whole play up.
And they get the turnover and they score, and the momentum really started to go the other way there.
Yeah, but I kept looking for, okay, who's it going to be on this team? And I expected to see it coming out from halftime that there's a different tone. Tone stayed the same.
Well, and you got to realize when you lose Steven, who's a 3-year junior, you lose Bailey,
best running back in the state of Tennessee,
who have been your leaders. Have been your leaders.
Yeah.
Now you're looking for somebody to step up and take that leadership role, and it's usually going to come from underclassmen, I guess.
Yep.
And it didn't happen last night.
You would see one play where you thought, okay, that's it. But the next play, it just vanished. It just wasn't. It's like we play one play good and 2 plays bad, and that will get you beat.
And normally we get a good pass rush.
At that level.
The pass rush was even off. We weren't getting any pressure.
We accidentally got a sack.
Right.
The quarterback walked into us. All right. But we were there sometimes, but we didn't finish. We just didn't finish. We didn't finish our blocks. We didn't finish anything. We didn't tackle.
Did you notice we were hitting that
sounded like you didn't come to start with, and then you didn't finish.
Exactly.
Even if the Independence kid completed the pass, we were hitting him.
Yeah.
Last night we weren't hitting.
Okay. All right. So, Kenny, I asked you about hitting that ball in the woods. We hit a ball off the planet. Okay, last night. We can re-tee it up this week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure.
And the thing is, I would love to see if we can get into the playoffs, which I think we're headed there. I think we'll make it. I would love to see a rematch between us. Somehow, you would have to go outside the region, then come back into the region.
Well, you win a first-round game.
Right. You could possibly come back and face that team right there. Yeah. And I want to see that game because we are better than them.
I agree with you.
And Independence will beat them by 2 touchdowns.
Agreed. I've been saying that.
All right. That's how bad we were last night. But we're better than that. That's the thing.
Here's the thing. You got to put it in a commode.
Yep.
Flush it.
Got to flush
and
it.
get it out of the way and come back and open the refrigerator door and get ready to start eating this week.
We moved to 2-3. We're 2-1 in the region. There ain't no reason that we can't finish second place in the region.
Exactly. I said that.
Huge game against Summit coming up this Friday night.
And here's another possibility for us to lay an egg if we're not careful.
But this is a game that I think you win this game.
Yeah,
we're in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, we got to win this game.
Win this game. We win one more region game. We're in the playoffs.
And honestly, we should beat Summit.
Well, we got to play.
We got to play ball. If we go out there and take care of business, we'll beat them.
Here's the thing. There ain't no we should.
Yeah.
We got to do it.
Yeah.
It's all on ourselves. And
right.
we got
to
go.
Guys, you got a game like this one, you just flush it. You got to just
you just re-tee it, forget it.
There's times when we played, and if you coach enough, it's going to happen. Kids don't even look at the game film because you want to get it. We don't even show a game film. We want to get it out of the system, get it out, forget about it. Hey, let's go and we had them before. Our whole focus this week is on ourselves and Summit.
Yep.
Ourselves and Summit.
Yep.
That's all it is. We don't look at what we did last week, what the mistakes we made, because we made them.
Oh, yeah.
And this week, it's got to be between the ears.
Yeah, and I will say this before we move on and talk about the rest of these scores. We had, let's say, off-the-field distractions that were critical to the mindset of our kids. That's got to go away, too. We need to flush that as well.
I agree.
All right,
just like Marshall County.
Yep, just like Marshall County.
Just like Marshall. A little
all
bit.
Right. All right,
got to get it out.
All right, we're going to look at these scores.
All right, let's start with Forest. How about a big win over Fayetteville, 38-6 for Coach Palmer over there?
That running back they got's for real. He's sophomore.
Watertown 17, White House Christian 14, Chattanooga Tyner Academy 45, Marshall County 26. Marshall County's just not what they're
not doing it right now.
Brentwood Academy 31, Christian Brothers 0, Oakland 38, Siegel 0. Ravenwood 42, Franklin 10. How about Independence 35, Coffee County 6? Put it on.
Yeah.
Independence is good.
Yeah, they're
a
good.
Great win.
Yeah.
Lincoln County still undefeated, 35-13 over Summit.
All I can say is I wish we were still in that region.
I do too.
I'd love to see that game right there again.
Lawrence County was undefeated, but they lose to Columbia 38-22. That's their first loss of the season. Tullahoma lost to Nolensville at home 27-19. Tullahoma's lost 2 in a row. Clarksville, I mentioned because they're on the schedule, beat McGavock 56-0. And Smyrna beat Rockville. This one, I don't know what's happening over at Rockville. 41-11.
Yeah, Smyrna scored as many points last night as they had the whole year. Evidently, they found something.
And I've said this.
I'm proud for them because I love my Williams.
When we scrimmaged Rockville last year compared to Page,
they had the athletes. But
Rockville had more athletes than Shelbyville or Page. They were everywhere. It looked like it was amazing.
I know it.
And I don't know what's happened there because the athletes are at that school.
The chemistry, the discipline, all that stuff that's got to be a part of the equation.
Well, they brought Coach Counts in from Henry County, former MTSU quarterback, as a new coach. I don't know if he ran a lot of his problems off, and that's the issue. But the talent is at that school.
I noticed 2 things last night. Hendersonville got drudged by Hunters Lane got drudged by Hendersonville, 48-0. Hunters Lane didn't score a touchdown. Then I look up here at Clarksville. Both of these 2 teams Sheffield Central has to play. Clarksville beat McGavock 56-0. McGavock and Hunters Lane, inner city schools, didn't score a touchdown last night.
I don't think if they played each other, they could.
That's what I'm wondering. What has happened to those schools? They all gone out to the peripheral schools like Rutherford County, right?
Either that or they just don't.
There's coaching issues in Metro Nashville. I'll just say that.
It's just like non-existent now.
Indiscipline issues.
The only team last night that played halfway decent was Antioch.
I've always said in Metro Nashville, if you get a coach can handle the discipline and the players can handle the discipline, they're going to be your top team.
Yeah.
And there's
And
not
that's
an
the way it's always
emphasis.
been.
There's not an emphasis on football and athletics in Metro
I mean,
Nashville.
you're
It's
right.
not like a
Yeah.
community here where we're all about Shelbyville or Cascade or
Yeah.
community.
They're
Inner city
second.
Nashville, they don't
They
care.
don't even have a
Yeah.
conversation during the
I
week
mean,
about football.
You look at
don't care.
Pearl, you look at Pearl,
Yeah.
you look at Hillsboro, they had
Their
the
time.
discipline, and
Yeah.
where were they at? They were
Yeah, they're down. They're gone now.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And Huntland beat Moore County 35 to
I'm
19.
gonna tell you what, Huntland's for real.
Yeah, they are.
Huntland can play.
But Moore County losing the quarterback. I mean,
Huntland,
that's,
and I, that at that game at one time it was 21-19. The Huntland Moore County game at one time was 21-19.
Moore County doesn't have a quarterback. Here's
And
a
they
game
don't.
from y'all Thursday night. Kenny, how would you like to be the coach at Knoxville Whip? You scored 40 points. Coach Davis brought this to my attention, Coach D.
Yeah.
And you had 497 total yards. That's pretty good, isn't it? But you lost by 30. They lost to Grace Christian 70 to 40. And guess how many yards rushing Grace Christian had? Over 700 yards rushing.
There
That's
were
gotta be a
no
record.
tackles made. in
That
that
must not have
game.
been.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go to that game.
Oh no, that's not a
I
good game.
cannot-
And there had to be a running clock here, too, I would
I know.
assume.
I don't know. What, that's a good question. And somebody out there tell me, I thought I knew high school rules of high school football. I thought the running clock in high school football was 35 points after
Right.
the second quarter. Cascade got beat 32 to nothing last night, and the clock run the whole second quarter, so whole second half.
How?
I don't know.
Maybe it's changed to 30 points.
When you go over the mountain, the rules
Oh,
change.
that's right. Yeah,
Uh,
there you go. There you
But,
go.
I've changed, rules
that's what
change.
it
The
was.
Valley rules.
The Valley Road. But I thought it was 35. You had to be up 35
I thought so, too.
Yeah.
after halftime. And then if you cut it back under 35, it went back regular.
Yeah.
But at Cascade last night, when they started, it
That's
was
Central
32.
time, Eastern time.
I don't like them rules, Kenny. I don't like those rules, even at 35 points. Because if you call a timeout, the clock's still running.
No,
Have they
No, it
changed
didn't.
that?
the clock stops with the
All right.
timeout.
But it used to be during the timeout.
No, it stops
Okay.
during the
All
time.
right.
It'll
Well,
stop
that's
during
good.
the timeout.
I'd
It'll
be,
stop during. It don't stop during change of possession.
I understand that to speed that game up and get it over with, and maybe prevent injuries or whatever. But if I'm on the opposing side of that and I'm a coach, I want to get as many plays in as I possibly can.
Well, here's what bothers me is the clock was a running clock last night at Community, and there was a holding call. A holding call. Everybody saw it. It was a holding call. Clock's running. It took the officials a minute and a half to decipher
While
what
the
they were
clock's
going to
running.
do
Yeah.
while the clock's running.
That's no good.
That's no
Penalty
good.
needs to stop it. too.
Yeah, I mean, if you
All right.
that was no good.
All right,
All
before
right.
we go to college,
Yes,
I've got
yeah.
a trivia
It
question.
is.
Y'all
It's
ready
a
for
good
this
one.
one?
This is a good one,
Yeah.
y'all.
This is
Y'all
a good
listen.
trivia question. What Tennessee high school did former Tennessee Vols Cedric Wilson, Andre Lott, and Mondre Stevenson attend? What Tennessee high school did all three of them go to?
I know that one.
You
Do
should,
Yeah.
but no, let's let them get it out
All
here.
right. So
That's
repeat it
one
one
I
more
know.
time.
I know
All
you
out
should know
there.
that one.
Yeah. All right. Do it again.
What Tennessee high school did former Tennessee Vols Cedric Wilson, Andre Lott, and Mondre Dickerson attend? All three of them went to one high school.
And
All
I
right.
could give a hint.
Yeah.
No
No,
hints, no
no.
hints, no hints.
Chevrolet played them. All right.
That coming.
And as a great friend of mine,
Okay.
coached them.
All right.
Yeah,
great
No more.
friend
No
of
more
mine.
hits.
No
No more
more.
hits. All right. We're going to take a break and hear from our sponsors, First Bank and Kincaid.
Service,
Company
Where Service is their middle name, and
mattresses.
mattresses, you can sleep on them.
that's right. We'll be right back.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid has everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
All righty, welcome back in here to the Bedford County Sports Talk live show, and we've got a good trivia question out there that has a little bit of local connection. But Bill, why don't you?
What Tennessee high school did former Tennessee Volunteers Cedric Wilson, Andre Lott, and Mondre Dickerson attend? All three of them went to the same high school, and yes, they did play Shelbyville back in the day in the playoffs.
All right, we got an answer here from Coach D, and he said softball question. Okay, so he's got a softball question, I guess.
Coach D.
But, yeah.
Robbie
Davis.
He probably knows the answer to the
yeah,
trivia
he
question.
does, and he just put it up here. Memphis Melrose.
That's it. Remember that?
Right.
Kenny will remember those gold shoes. Do you remember that?
All right,
Gold
so,
shoes.
Let's talk about softball, Coach D. Go ahead and post your question up there, and we will go ahead and get started into college football. We've got.
I think he meant my question was a softball.
Oh,
I think that's what
that
Robbie means.
softball
He thinks
question.
my
Okay,
question was
all
too
right,
easy.
Okay, I thought he was having a softball question. Okay, he thought that was too easy. All right, next week it's
I'll
on.
make it tougher.
It's
I'm
on.
going to make it real tough.
It's on next week, Robbie. All right, so what do we got this week, guys? Some weird matchups this week is what we got.
What do
Well,
we have?
here's the thing: in high school ball or in college?
No, in college.
We're in
There's
college.
some of these
College
cupcake
ball
matchups.
I may even do yard work today.
I know. It's not going to
Come
be.
on, guys. There's some great stuff.
Well,
on
you
today.
got Syracuse
you
and
got?
Clemson.
Well, you got this great stuff.
great stuff. You got Auburn and Oklahoma. You
Do
got
they even play
Arkansas and
football?
Memphis.
Come on,
That's good stuff. It's
Listen,
football.
I don't know.
Indiana, Illinois.
Yeah, there's good games.
Come on now, give me something to keep my weight.
Well, first of all, let's do the S. Todd Bobo line with my S. Todd Bobo pen.
It's a wonder he even made a line for these week's games.
Memphis and Arkansas at Memphis, guys. I think that's interesting. The line 7.5, and I like Memphis maybe to pull off the upset over Arkansas.
All right, let me see what my prediction sheet says. Memphis and who?
Arkansas.
Memphis. Arkansas 33, Memphis 28.
All right. I'm saying Memphis may win that game. It's at
Okay.
Memphis.
All right.
Got South Florida and South Carolina State. The reason I'm going to mention them, South Florida's on a real roll. UAB, Tennessee, the line is 40. Now, the question's not, is Tennessee going to win or are they going to cover the 40?
And
Jason will be there. He'll cover it.
You know why I think they're going to cover it? I think UAB's defense is horrible.
really? Okay.
Horrible.
I got 45-17 on this.
I think it'll be like 70-24 or something like that East
Okay.
Tennessee game. But Auburn, Oklahoma is interesting. It's at Oklahoma. The line was 7. Auburn's getting 7 at home to Oklahoma. What do you got on AI there?
I
Okay.
would take Oklahoma in that one.
I think I would too.
There's so many. Every one of them, every game is on here. Auburn, Oklahoma. It's not on here.
Tulane and Ole Miss. The line's 13.5. Tulane,
Not
sneaky,
bad.
not bad.
Yeah.
35-24 is what I've got right here. Ole Miss.
Michigan at Nebraska. Line's 1.5. Nebraska getting 1.5 at home. Michigan's favorite.
Michigan 31, Nebraska 17.
Mississippi State's at home against Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois, if y'all remember out there, beat Notre Dame last year, but the line's 21.5. Mississippi State's playing good football.
Mhm.
Coach doing a good job.
I thought you said we were going to have some interesting games.
Oh, we do?
Come on. They got to get
Hey,
getting
we got
there.
what about
I'm
Middle
getting there.
Tennessee Marshall?
That's
There you go.
right
This
here.
comes out
The
tonight.
line's 2.5. Middle is
A
A
favorite.
dog.
no, they're a dog.
Yeah, 28-21 is what we
Hey,
got.
they got their first win last week.
Yeah, they did.
They were down 13-0 with 7 minutes to go. Came back and won 14-13. And I think Nevada missed a field goal the last play of the game.
Yeah, and we got Western Kentucky. The Goat Herders play them this week.
Yes.
38-20
Herders,
Western.
that's exactly
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Here's a team that impressed me, guys. Georgia Tech playing Temple at home 23.5. How about that win over Clemson last week for Georgia Tech?
That was a big one.
And they got some dudes. They've got some
They got
athletes.
some
And
dudes.
Yes, they do.
everybody stayed. Did the college game day even stay in this week?
Yeah, they're
Did
in
they
Miami.
Well, who's
Miami and Florida.
All right, well, okay.
All right,
Miami, Florida. The line's 9.5. Can the Gators right the ship? I don't
I
think
hope
so.
so.
I
hope
do
so.
too.
I hope
Legway
so.
can't throw 5 interceptions.
That
We got 31 Miami, 27 Florida on that one.
South Carolina at Missouri. This one's interesting. South Carolina's getting 10 points. I'll take South Carolina the points. I don't know if they can beat Missouri, but surely they can stay in that ball game, can't they?
No, we got Missouri a slight favorite here.
Line's 10.
28-24.
I know Jason's not here, but you ain't mentioned Jason's team
Whoa, we're getting there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do Illinois and Indiana. Here's a top 20 matchup. Number 9, Illinois at Indiana, but yet the number 9 team against the number 19 team, and Illinois is getting 6.5 points.
The team with the eye on the helmet.
We're taking Illinois 28-24 on that one.
Aren't you surprised Illinois is getting
Why?
6.5
Why?
points?
Because
your
it's
favorite
you're
10 points.
playing away, but does that
I mean,
make that much
if-
difference?
We'll bring up our top 10 here in a minute. I believe they're in our top 10, I believe.
Yeah.
Bedford County one.
They ain't in nine.
Okay, here's what's interesting. Vanderbilt's at home tonight against Georgia State. Vandy's favored by 28.5. We'll get to the Titans in a minute. Heard this one from several folks. It was on 104.5. The scalping tickets of what tickets are bringing. It costs way more to go to the Vanderbilt game against Georgia State than the Colts Titans. And the Titans front office knows this too. That's a problem. So apparently, people want to go watch Vanderbilt play.
Well,
they
which
should.
would you rather go watch?
You should.
Vanderbilt or the Titans?
Exactly.
Vanderbilt.
Exactly.
Exactly.
The Titans, and we'll get to them in a minute, but the Titans deal was their preseason game against the Vikings had more attendance than the Rams.
All right, we got Tim
In the opener.
Loki throwing out anchor down. Okay.
There you go, Tim.
All right,
That's
so
right.
honestly-
But here's the thing. They got anchored last year.
Yes, they
Georgia
did.
Southern beat
Yes,
them.
they did. So does that happen again this
Or
year?
Georgia State.
Georgia
No.
State.
No.
No.
Well,
No.
we got. You know what the prediction right here is? 28-27 Vanderbilt. That's a
No.
tight
Give
game.
the
I don't see
Vanderbilt
it.
a-
I don't
Vanderbilt has physically beaten up Virginia Tech on the road
I
and
know it.
physically beaten up South
South
Carolina.
And they got
And
beat by this team last year.
They're
It ain't
gonna beat this
happening.
team up.
Yeah.
Okay, Pavia made some news this week. They went back to court for a
Uh-huh.
7th year. Now he says, I'm not even thinking about that, but that is for other kids that get stuck in a junior college military
Right.
school like I was, where that shouldn't count against my Division One. All right, how does
He
that
needs
come
to
out?
drop the ball. He
Let's-
needs to anchor
yeah.
down.
Well,
Yeah.
I think this is his attorneys. I think
Yeah.
pushing this a little farther,
Mhm.
but has
And
Pavia's
using his name.
brothers got out of jail yet? That we heard. Well, we need to check with Jason. He's
Jason
keeping
said
up
about
with
that one.
Yeah.
But
That
have
might
y'all
be where
ever seen
Jason's headed?
Vanderbilt has had success in the past?
Yeah.
But have you ever seen them physically beat on people like this? I have,
It's
even with
good.
Franklin.
Hey, you know what? The mentality of the coach is rubbing off on the team.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Hey, they got a good offensive line.
Yeah.
And
They're
a good
knocking some
defensive
holes.
line.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, if you listen to some of them, there's some kids that's played offensive line on these other teams that said, "Well, he's a transfer from Alabama. I mean, from Vanderbilt.
Exactly.
He transferred. This Vanderbilt transfer.
Yeah.
So they've lost some really good players also.
And they've been good.
And-
They've been
and-
good in the portal too.
The thing about it is they get good in the portal, but they develop their kids.
Yes.
They do a good job of developing.
And they're in the top 40 in recruiting. That's been a long time since that's happened. They've got a great recruiting class
So-
coming in this year.
We got a couple of decent matchups, but everything else is cupcake.
It's still college
Yard-
football.
I know it. I know.
Come on, guys. No yard work.
Man,
It's football.
listen. Last night, I just got a cold water bath last night. Now I'm not even thinking about football.
You got to ramp it back up. It's college
All right,
football, guys.
We'll ramp up.
Got to ramp
Hey,
it up.
Let's take a break and come back and talk about some pro football. What did you want to say, Kenny? Something important? I know.
No, nothing. Let's go. Let's
All right,
take a
all
break.
right. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back and talk some pro football, and I'm sure we have some Titan insider stuff from Bill.
I got a little.
Got a little. All right, we'll be right back and finish up with NFL.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid has everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
We're about ready.
All righty, welcome back in here to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. We're going to talk some NFL. Bill, what's going on with the Titans? I
Well-
know there's a lot of stuff, a lot of chatter going on. What are you hearing?
Like I said, my daughter, Dr. Garrett and Joe Garrett gave my daughter and my nephew Hudson got to go sit in their seats because they went to the UT game. And Julia says, "Daddy, how come there's so many Rams fans here?" And I said, "Well, part of it's Nashville.
Yeah.
And she goes, but Daddy, there was a lot of Rams fans
More
here.
Rams
And she
fans.
said, Daddy, there was a lot of empty seats.
Yeah.
That's a problem for the Titans right now.
And what happens in that if Green Bay has a problem also, okay? Fans not wanting to go, they can sell their tickets like people, like you said, people want to come to Nashville.
Yep, they do.
So they can sell their tickets, they can make money because it's expensive to go to an NFL game. It's expensive.
Expensive to go to a college game.
It's expensive to go to, but Green Bay has the same problem. They have what they call a green and a gold package.
Right.
The gold package is back when they used to play at Milwaukee and they moved it all to Green Bay. They wanted to, so they have a gold package for the people in Milwaukee can get season tickets, half of them.
Well,
And the green package is the ones that, but the gold, they're finding that there's more fans again, the more opposition fans are coming to the game when it's a gold package game because those people are selling their tickets.
let me tell you about the Titans.
To make the money.
Let me tell you, they've got a green package too. You would think
It's
theirs
all-
would be blue and powder blue, but it's green. And let me explain to you. 2 weeks ago, I get a phone call from the ticket office. They said, Mr. Thomas, we'd like to get you back to the Titans games and get your PSL back. So I had 4 of them, and I let them go. So I said, I just listened for a little while. So, okay, tell me about it. They're going to take all your green. That's their green package.
That's exactly right.
And I'm telling you, the product they're putting on the field right now, I don't even want to watch it on TV where I got my own
I bet
refrigerator.
it would cost $1,000 for a family of 4
Guarantee
to
it.
buy their
At least.
tickets to park and to maybe just have a drink and a drink when I'm saying a drink, a Coca-Cola
Yeah.
and a hot dog or a bag of popcorn. It's gonna cost $1,000 at least.
Yeah. About 15 years ago, I'd take my dad to some ball games because he loved the Titans. And we've got a parking pass that was close by, so we didn't have to walk so far.
Uh-huh.
And we were giving $75 for that parking pass. More, just about as much as the tickets. Now that same parking pass is going to cost you $250.
Wow.
And
Bill
that's
said,
ridiculous.
Bill said he had a friend that went to the UT game the other day, paid $80
David
to
Overcast,
park.
$80. I'm over a mile away. $80 to park, guys.
They're pricing this game that we love out of the realm
Yes.
of possibilities to go experience
agree.
it in
And I could
person.
sit at home on my big screen TV for nothing and have really good food
And watch it
and
back.
go to the bathroom and not wait in line.
Yeah.
And high school
That's-
football still is something I can pay for. That's where I'm at.
Go back to the Titans. Problems I see. We're playing pretty good in the first half of games, and then it all falls apart in the second half.
Well, there's a reason for
There's
that.
a reason for that. We're not adjusting. But one thing that really stuck out here that hurt the Tennessee Vols and it hurt the Titans was you get a turnover, you got a chance to go up on them.
Yeah.
And he played for a field goal. You're the Titans. You're not very good.
Yeah.
You got to take shots.
I think the Titans win this week.
All right. Okay. All right. Let me tell you what Mr.
Woo!
AI,
I think the
Mr.
Titans win
AI
this week.
says. All right. Who are we playing? The Colts?
Colts.
The Colts 24
And
times
they hadn't
22.
punted this year.
Okay.
And the
Titans.
Colts have not punted this
The
year.
line-
I think the Titans will win.
Todd Bobo line's 4.5. Brownlee's out at corner. That's some days I got. He's not going to play.
They're going
We're going to play the kid from Alabama they brought in from the Ravens off the waiver wire. He's
Yeah.
going to be your starting corner.
We
Snead's
just-
hurting again. Sub.
Man, listen, Calvin Ridley can't catch a pass, and we can't tackle in the defensive backfield with that lineup.
No,
We ain't
JC
gonna
Latham's
score.
not going to play again at tackle.
Will the big boy at nose tackle play?
Nope. Sweat's not playing either.
Boy,
And let me
that
say
hurts.
something for
That's
Daniel
that
Jones.
kid's a
And I'm going
player.
to say something about Kenny Parker. How about Daniel Jones? Obviously, when he got a good offensive line, doesn't Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes look a whole lot better?
Yep.
Because the Colts have a line. The Giants didn't.
He's
and
a
now all of a
different.
sudden,
He's a different ball player.
but he's got protection. He has Kenny Parker's line.
yeah. Good job, Kenny.
Good job, Kenny.
It's a
Now all of a sudden they're talking about him getting paid again.
that's the part of the game that people don't
Okay.
view.
What's the line on this? Callahan makes it to the end of the year. Where?
100%.
He's not.
He'll make it through the
He's
year.
think
not
he
going to make
will?
it to Thanksgiving.
You don't think so?
No, sir.
I think he's gone after game 6 if we don't have
Really?
a win.
Yep,
Yes.
I do too. He's gone.
If we're 0-6, I think at
Well,
that
and
point
that-
you're gone.
And your
he-
defensive
he-
coordinator is going to be the interim coach.
And he's not the GM. He's not the new
No,
guys, man.
no,
Well,
no. That's the reason. They've
yeah.
already turned the media loose to say whatever you want to say.
Because used to, in the media, you said anything negative, and Paul Kaharski was the worst about it, and they totally ostracized him. Now, You'll just notice 104.5 sort of turned on him, and it's pretty bad because they basically letting the media feed on him now.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's in over his head as a head coach.
I do too.
He's not there. Everybody's not made to be a head coach, and just because you succeeded at a coordinator spot does not necessarily.
I totally 100% agree with what you're saying.
Because that's compartmentalized. You're on offense. If you can't organize, you got to be a CEO as a head coach. You got to manage the entire package. If
He's not a very good play caller.
No, well,
And but he's
He
not a very good.
was a good play caller when he was just
doing
calling.
that. Exactly.
But actually, he wasn't
It's
a play
not the
caller in
same
Cincinnati.
position.
Y'all knew that, though.
How many offensive coordinators and defensive wasn't Hunt? You just start naming them.
Wiz and Hunt, his record are almost identical for the time they've been here.
And he was a good coordinator. Wiz and Hunt was a good coordinator.
Callahan never called plays for the Bengals guys. Zach Taylor did.
There you go.
They got rid of a good
head coach.
Yes, they
absolutely.
did. Yes, they did.
And it's going to come back to bite us in the rear end.
Yes.
Just to watch.
I mean,
why?
Look to see what he's doing today.
Exactly. He's
made a turnaround already.
He's rebuilding that dynasty back. That's what he's
The thing about Vrabel was you'd have never won 3 games. He would have found a way to have won 6 or 7.
Yeah,
he did it with,
just if he scratched it in the dirt, he would have figured it out. He's that tough guy mentality.
But it tells me when you're playing well in the first half or okay in the first half, you're not in the second half. The other team's adjusting, you're not.
Here's my question. I don't see any sort of
deep either.
No. I don't see any sort of game plan from the Titans. It looks like, okay, you put Pollard in there, he'll get a couple of good yards, good carries, and you think, okay, let's keep doing that. And then we throw 3 interceptions, or we throw 3 deep balls, or I mean, there's just it doesn't look like the plays are being set up to be setting up other plays.
Did you hear this? Somebody told me that Cam Ward's the first rookie quarterback to play his first 2 games and not throw a pick. He's fumbled a couple of times, but he's not thrown an interception.
Honestly, it's doing him a disservice what we're doing right now.
I'm afraid. I think Cam Ward is special.
I do too.
If we don't ruin this kid, he is going to be special.
Yeah.
That's why I worry.
Hey, that touchdown pass the other day where he was rolling to the right and gets decked and he throws it. He's got the arm strength to make that throw.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Here's the deal.
You don't do that. I know you don't do that.
What happens if that gets picked?
Oh yeah, it's a pick six.
What's the people's opinion of it?
Oh yeah,
afterwards?
It's all about the result.
He got lucky.
It was a bad decision to make that throw.
A bad decision.
But he threw the ball only where his guy could catch it. That was not.
But he did it in the face of somebody fixing to tee off on it. He could have. But he could have thrown it straight up there.
Had he thrown that ball to Calvin Ridley, does Ridley catch it?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, he drops it in the end zone right off his hands. But I don't know.
That's what I say too.
Let's move on from the Titans, Bill. I'm depressed.
All right, let's move on.
Depressed. All right.
How about the Falcons and the Panthers? Line 6. Falcons are playing really good football.
I think they are too.
24-20.
Raiders and the Command Skins. The Command Skins are down Daniels, and they're starting Marcus Mariota at quarterback.
I think the Redskins will win.
I'm going to take the Raiders in upset.
All right, so what's that
That's
now?
in
The
Washington.
Raiders at the Command Skins. Line's 3.5.
26-17, Command Skins.
Let's see. Jake Daniels didn't play. It's Marcus Mariota, and we all remember him, don't we?
Yep.
Browns Packers. The line's 8.5.
Which scares me. I think Cleveland's defense is for real, but their offense is not.
It's not.
And if the Packers can keep from eliminating and beating themselves, I like their chances.
Cleveland 23, Green Bay 17. That's what AI says now. So
I don't see Cleveland winning the game, but I think they may cover that spread.
We'll see.
And I can't watch it because it ain't local.
Well, and the Packers have a problem with receivers getting hurt here. They've lost enough.
Guys, we're running out of time.
But anyway, we'll move on to your late games. You got Monday night Lions Ravens. That's going to be a good one.
That ought to be a good game. Yep.
Sunday night's Chiefs Giants.
That could be a good
Chiefs
game.
need to win the ball game. They go 0-3. They're done, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City 31, New York 20.
But Lions Ravens exciting. Steelers Patriots with Mike Vrabel. That one's exciting. Lions 1.5. And
Patriots 27, Steelers 20.
Chargers Broncos is interesting. I've watched the Chargers, and I hear everybody. I'll get y'all's take on this. Why do they think Justin Herbert's the NFL MVP? He's not
played enough games. Yeah,
we played 2 games.
Yeah, we ain't played enough.
They got to talk about somebody.
He's not Josh Allen.
Well, right now he's good, but
I'll say this. I'll say this. He's a different quarterback with his head coach that he's got right now.
I agree.
And I say mid-season, we will know where they're going to fall.
I agree.
Right now, we can't make that.
It's
I like it.
too early. Write this down. They won't win the division.
All right.
Well, no.
Chargers 27, Broncos 21. I like Herbert. I have
I like him, but I don't think he's an elite, great MVP quarterback.
He might be, but he's got to prove it on the
Right.
field.
Got to prove it.
Got to prove it. Guys, it's been fun.
Yep.
I hope next week we have something
we got
better
to have
to talk
a better
about.
week
Yes.
here.
Yep.
And
Cascade's a bye week, so they
Right.
won't be playing. So all we got Community going to Watertown, and we got Cheville
Going to something.
going to
going
Summit.
to Summit.
And let's go, guys. Let's
All right.
rewrite the ship.
I'm going to make a sale on this. If you want to see good football, okay, hopefully. All right. Hopefully. But it's going to be better than Titans football. And you can't afford one of their tickets.
This week.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. But here's the thing. You go to the Titans game, it's going to cost you $1,000. You go to a college game, it's going to cost you $500. You can go to a high school football game for $10 and watch your local kids that you're tied to play football.
Right. I agree. And here's the deal. If the Titans win this week, you got to bring me some Titan dreads to wear next week.
Guys, we're running out of time. We're up hard against another show coming up.
Yep.
We can wrap up. Guys,
Hey.
Get out. Support your local high school football.
in a positive way.
In a positive way.
Coaches shows Tuesday and Wednesday.
We're all taking a mulligan from this week.
Yep.
We'll tee it
We're
up
all-
again
we're all
on
stepping back.
Friday.
Yep.
See you next week.